Hey friends, how are you? So I hope you're having a good Sunday. I'm cleaning out my closets, and I'll tell you all about that adventure that we're going on in a little bit. But I want not on this live video, but I wanted to come live to you because I have a really good lesson. So I'm cleaning out my closets and getting rid of stuff, donating a whole bunch of stuff today, and probably for the next year or so. But I came across my very first. If you saw my story, it's my very first company that I ever started, and this idea probably came, look at this, flipping cheerleaders into shape. My sister and I had this idea in college that we were going to train cheerleaders. This is what we did in high school, but train cheerleaders on how to do just the tumbling part. So, round off back handsprings, that kind of stuff. So we started a company called Travel Cheer, which is this right here. So we probably started it in the spring of 2007, if I remember correctly, and really went out on a limb for college students. We bought a trailer to tow behind my car. I bought all the mats, all the tumbling mats that we needed. So the crash mats and the wedge and all that kind of stuff. I think we probably, all said and done, I think I financed the whole thing. I got a tow kit put on my car. It was probably close to $6,000 or $7,000 that I put into this company, and then we marketed it. And the funny thing is that never had one single client. Right? So we had all this money and stuff invested into this business idea that we had, and not one client. And so why am I telling you all this? That was 10 years ago that we did that. Okay, so over 10 years ago, that was 11 years ago, maybe even 12 years ago. And that one failure didn't cause me to throw in the towel and be like, you know what, this is stupid. People aren't entrepreneurs. This doesn't work for anybody. If anything, it fueled my fire to be successful. To me, that $6,000 mistake, as some people would look at it, or failure, to me, it was just a stepping stone to where I am today. I had to go through that. I had to learn those lessons that I learned. There was a lot of things that I did wrong in that thing, like research, finding a client first. There's so many things that we did wrong that I learned in that has helped me become who I am today. And if you don't know my story, I am a full-time entrepreneur. So just meaning I haven't had a W-2, haven't been an employee for over 6 years now. Absolutely incredible journey. But it's funny, I think that, we all want to celebrate our successes, but what about if we celebrate our failures too? Because there's so many lessons to be learned, and the path to success isn't through a whole bunch of tiny little successes and wins. I think the path to success is stepping on a whole bunch of failures, stepping through them, walking through them, being willing to look stupid. How stupid. When I see those cards, it kind of makes my heart explode, because I thought I knew everything back then. Goodness, the amount of growth and stuff I had to go through. But anyway, if you're struggling through a failure right now, just know that you're on the right track. That's part of the deal, man. And that's part of what you need to do in order to get to where you want to go. And that's with anything in life, not just being an entrepreneur. On your weight loss journey, on any journey in your marriage, anything that you're going for, raising your children. Come on, parents, how many failures do we have to go through doing that? So, but if you are an entrepreneur, just know that anything great and anything that you want to do is going to start, it's going to start small, and you're going to have to go through a lot of those little, maybe big, that to me was big at the time, but now I look back at it and it wasn't really a big thing. And funny story, I'll end with this kind of full circle moment. Those mats that I bought back then, we traveled with them all over the country. We came back here, I sold them, and I actually was able to get them back. So I have them back now in my possession. They are in the gym that I own right now, and we use them. So it's kind of cool, right? Anyway, I hope that shines some light on your journey, on your own experiences, just to hear from the other side. Sometimes you got to go through the failures to get to the success. And the more success you get, the bigger your failures get to get to the higher levels. So if you're failing right now and you're walking through it, maybe you're like, gosh, this isn't for me. Maybe it is for you and you're on the right track, right? So don't give up. There's power and there's people waiting for you on the other side of what you're doing. So God bless you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend and we'll talk soon. Bye.